Yes, indeed, it's Vlogmas 2018. It's Susan the crew, and we are here to do a Vlogmas sit-down video for you. All the rhyming is because today we are doing our favorite Christmas songs. So, I think there's two different ways to take this. There are all the old standards, the one that you like, don't necessarily have an artist. There are artists that perform these songs, they wrote them at some point, but they're more known just for the actual song. Sip, 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 thirsty. They are known for the song Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Jingle Bells. All these songs you know more for them being Christmas songs than you know for them just who wrote them and who they're by. There may be variations that you like, and we might get into that. But there are also songs that are by artists and they're more known for who wrote them and what the songs are about. So let's start off with the easy ones first. What are some of your favorite just standard Christmas songs?
Standard Christmas songs. Oh, this is so difficult for me. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus coming to town.
And he's got a list.
Checking it
and
twice.
He's checking it twice, and the Naughty and Nice. That's definitely, I think, was my favorite as a child. And Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bells.
That's like
classic.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Very well. I like Up on the Housetop. Yeah, that's
Is that
one.
like lickety split?
Yeah.
Is this
Up
like
on the
lickety split?
housetop, click, click, click. Reindeer fall. Yeah.
It doesn't say
Ho, ho,
lickety
ho.
split?
I think they do somewhere. Hey, look, I like the song. I don't know all the words, all right? It can't be perfect, you know what I'm saying?
I also like that song that they used to put in all the Hallmark commercials that makes you cry. Oh, Holy Night.
Oh, Holy Night? Is
that
that
the
it?
name of it?
Yeah, it's Oh, Holy Night. There it is.
They put it in all the like Hallmark commercials. Like when I was little, that was the, you know, Hallmark, the gold standard, or like, is that the
Okay,
catchphrase?
yeah, no, I
for-
think that's right.
I don't know, but it would be like these Christmas commercials with soldiers coming home
Yeah, that'll do it to you. I mean,
to their family, or like,
yeah, puppy kennels and soldiers. Those are the ways to get people to cry with commercials easily. Yeah. Wow, that took a turn. So Frosty the Snowman, I love that song. I haven't cried to it lately. Might be after this video, but yeah, no. I like Frosty probably because it goes along with the show. Some of these have like cartoons that kind of go around them from the 80s and 90s that are just kind of what build in
or like
your love for it.
I don't know. All the Christmas specials that I watch are from way before the 80s and 90s. So, like all of the Rankin Bass stuff is like, so.
I guess it doesn't really need to be from the 80s and 90s. Maybe just when you saw them, and since these things have been in syndication for, oh, I don't know, the better half of a century, you probably could have seen them at any time.
And that's what it is, like, Oh Holy Night. It's really nostalgic for me. You know, it just brings up that feeling of sentimentality around Christmas and stuff.
Silver Bells does that to me. When I hear Silver Bells, I feel like it's Christmas time. Yeah, it's all slow and kind of chill.
Oh, roasting chestnuts on an open fire. That makes me think about my grandma and granddaddy's house. And just the fire and the way it smelled, and I don't know.
That's cool. Hey, I mean, Christmas is about nostalgia and memories for a lot of just everybody. I don't want to say a lot of people. I mean, everybody's got love for Christmas because of past Christmases. So, I think so. By and far, my favorite Christmas song, just standard all, is "Carol of the Bells." I love that song.
I don't think I know that song.
Yeah, you do.
Carol of the Bells?
Hark, have a bell, sweet silver bells, all seem to say.
Oh, that's a chocolate commercial song.
So all these songs have been on commercials at one point. We've learned this evening.
I obviously watched a lot of TV around Christmas time when I was little.
Right. Two reasons I love that song. One, because it's
in Home Alone.
It's in Home Alone. It's in the scene right before. It's in the montage when Kevin's setting up, setting up all the toys and everything. All the traps.
That is a good song.
So
I like that song.
that's and also because one of my favorite bands, Thrice, did a cover of it. And I've heard a lot of different covers of it. August Burns Red's got an instrumental one that's kind of cool, but the Thrice cover is,
I think I have heard that one.
It's hands down amazing, and it's when one of your favorite bands covers one of your favorite Christmas songs. It kind of like Just clenches it for you. So moving on into some of our favorite songs that are original Christmas songs by artists that are known for being by that artist. I think you've got a little bit more. One of the ones from my childhood is a Kenny Rogers song. It's Homemade Christmas in Kentucky.
Oh yeah, that is a good song.
That was one that my dad had on a tape.
Oh,
and
that just reminded me of another country song.
Yeah?
From that same time period that your dad probably played too.
Probably.
Did he ever play Alabama?
Yeah.
Christmas in Dixie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
another Christmas country song. It is indeed. Not one of my favorite Christmas country songs by any means, but Homemade Christmas in Kentucky. Dad's got no money, 2 kids who want stuff. One's a little boy doesn't understand. One's a girl who's a teenager who's gone through so many Christmases she knows she's not getting what she wants. It's heartbreaking, and sometimes Christmas can be that way, but for some reason, when I hear it, it's got a warm Christmas feeling to it. So sometimes it's what country music does. It takes something bad and flips it on its head and makes you feel good about it somehow.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
There's definitely a lot of those songs from my childhood, and I don't necessarily listen to those songs as much anymore, like Christmas in Dixie. But, but there are 2 that are country songs that are definitely about just growing up in Christmas being a time of happiness, but also it is a time of the year that brings a lot of stress for a lot of families. And If We Make It Through December by Merle Haggard is definitely like one of those songs. I don't know, it always makes me think about my dad. I always remember being a little girl, and if that song would come on, my dad just, you know, kind of singing it to himself. And now as an adult, well, even as a teenager, I guess it started like making sense to me. Like, it's just like, oh, December, you know, like you've got all these Christmas expenses, and not that Christmas is supposed to be this material thing, but I mean, let's face it.
It kind of is.
It is. Like when you want, you know, when your kids are expecting stuff and you want to make sure that they have all of that, and, you know, bills and heating costs in winter, and there's just a lot of things that can come up. And so that song always makes me really nostalgic. And also Hard Candy Christmas makes me think more about my mom and my aunts. Like Hard Candy Christmas is more like a breakup, and she's like dyeing her hair, and what is she gonna do to get through the holidays. Like Blue Christmas by Elvis is another one. Like I'll Be Blue Without You.
There's a lot of sad stuff that can happen around this time of year, and like I said, it's just, you know, those songs, even though they represent some like really sad moments, and I mean, it is hard already when you're going through it. Your bills don't change, and you've got all the same stresses, and on top of that, you're, as a parent now, even more so, you're expected to perform on the next level that you you didn't have that kind of stress before. So when you hear something that is so realistic and straightforward, but somehow is able to put you in good spirits, it's kind of like a Christmas miracle.
I think it's kind of like the notion too that it makes you realize you're not alone. Like there are other people out there with the same struggles, and it's just like that human connection that we all have in common.
Absolutely.
So also on that note, my all-time favorite Christmas song, and it's not even just my favorite Christmas song, it's actually up there as one of my favorite songs in general, is Happy Christmas, War Is Over by John Lennon.
So I'm a Beatles fan, not so much as everyone's split up, but this is one of those occasions where I'm right on her level with this. Like, this is one of those songs that just, it's great. It's a really, really well put together and written song, and it's one of those, I don't like giving John Lennon a whole lot of credit. You can probably figure out where I take that side of the battle between the two of them, the McCartney-Lennon train, but this is one of those times I have to put my hands together and say, well done. I'm a huge
Lennon and McCartney fan, and Yoko Ono fan. I like all of them, and I don't take sides. Music is music, good music's good music. So, anybody else?
No, I don't really have a lot more. There are songs out there that I can think of. I don't know the names of. Every year I hear like the hip hop Christmas song, and you just hear the horns and the but like that's not something that was on my radar growing up. I just every year I
there
hear
was
it and
also
I get
like a lot of
excited.
classic songs, but they fall like back into the standards. I mean, like growing up, I mean, you had like the Temptations Christmas songs, like the R&B remakes of standard songs, and those are all classics. A lot of people are really big into like Mariah Carey.
I was about to
Christmas.
say, yeah. I hear that song and I'm like, oh, it's Christmas
What
time.
song is that?
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I like always had a lot of respect for Mariah Carey back then.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big Christmas music person though. It's like, so I guess it's so like all of my favorite Christmas songs are more like songs about the human experience and just like, again, just like empathy and compassion and like feeling like somebody else can relate to you.
Yeah, I think part of it is I mean, you can tell by some of our heavier choices for our favorite songs. Music's really important to us as people, so for a lot of people Christmas music is awesome because it's something that you can put in the background and it's just got like a warm mood. But when you're the type of person where music means so much to you that even in the background, like you're sitting there having a conversation with somebody and you just hear like some random Jingle Bells playing, you're just kind of, oh, what is this? Like, so it can be hard when you're not, you know, when music means more to you than just something to kind of feel good about in the background to actually follow it.
And speaking of that, I mean, some of my favorite stuff is actually a CD that was put out by a local radio station, and a very good friend of mine was actually the DJ over that, and a bunch of our friends that are in bands performed on it, and they all did covers of their favorite Christmas songs. And so some of my favorites are actually on there. Like when I want to sit down and listen to Christmas music, I will pop that CD in and listen to my friends sing their versions of classic Christmas songs and goofy Christmas songs too, and even there's a couple originals on there.
Some of those originals, like, you know, it's kind of back to like the Mariah Carey thing. Like, there were Mariah Carey songs I liked, but it was weird to like hear Christmas songs. Like when I was younger, I was a big Blink-182 fan, and they had a Christmas song, and I'm like, this is not right. And that's like even the Thrice song I love so much.
Like
it's a cover.
I think like Green Day did Christmas.
Yeah, there's like a punk
Everybody
Christmas out there,
does
and they've Newfound
Christmas
Glory's
albums.
got a Christmas song. It's just so weird. Like it's just like you know, I'll see you in January. I don't know. I'm good with the covers, not so much. And the original songs from, I guess, we just went through so much of the originals that we like to sit here and bash all these punk bands that made their own originals. I don't know. It works for certain genres of music too, I think. But yeah, I mean, that's our Christmas music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
There was another Christmas song, but...
What is that Christmas song? There's not another Christmas song. What is it? What? Oh, no, there is another Christmas song.
And we talked about that in a previous video.
We did.
And I do still love that song, and it's very sentimental to me, and it was one of those songs that I didn't necessarily associate as a Christmas song per se, but I guess a lot of people do, and now, yeah. Anyway.
I hate that song now.
That's
my only association with it, though.
I don't
fair.
hate the song now. It's a painful song. I still love the song, and I love the artist. Anyway, if you want to see more about that, it's, I think, back at the beginning of Vlogmas, which was kind of a sad way to start Vlogmas, but sad but true. Anyway,
Life.
Anything else?
That's it. I guess at this point we just have to say, if you like this video, do us a favor, go ahead and give it that good old thumbs up. If you have anything to say, positive or negative, we won't respond to the negative, but if you have it, comment down below, and subscribe. You know, we would love for you to continue to spend Vlogmas with us, and then maybe you'll like Vlogmas so much, you'll stick around forever.
Alright guys. Happy Vlogmas.
Happy Vlogmas, guys.
Talk to you later. Bye.